I hope you've buckled your seatbelts. I hope you're ready for the Grammy illusion, because, oh yeah, I am kicking it in tonight. It is most definitely a whack-a-doodle Wednesday, and you are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site and the RLM Radio Tune-In radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, and the RLM Spreaker channel. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody, and have you buckled up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. It has been a bit of a bumpy ride, don't you know? Oh, some of the craziness that's going on in this world. And yeah, a shooter on the loose in Ohio. Oh my goodness. And then come to find out it's a stabbity. Well, and the only shooter on the loose was a cop. Oh well. Moving along. Let me say hey there, hi there, ho there to everybody that's out there acknowledging or listening in. Over here on Facebook, I see Raymond is here. Hey there, sweetheart. How are you doing? Long time no see. Give that lovely bride of yours, Elsa, a hug for me. I also see Anil is here, as well as Erica and the lovely Mary B from Down Under. And if I'm sounding a little weird, it's because, yeah, I'm trying to not get a cold. So, I currently have one of my little doTERRA Breeze lozenges popped in and trying to keep from doing too much hacky wheezy coffee sneezy stuff. Because that's just gross on the radio, don't you know? Okay, over here on this effing site, which is Grimner and Bo Diddy, or Bo Diddy and Grimner, however you wish to look at that. Thank you, Grimmy, for sharing that link over there. I truly do appreciate it. And also on Twitter, thank you ever so much for tweeting me, Barman, from multiple locations. Over here on that effing site, I see I'm here because, well, in order to see who's here, I have to be here. That's kind of the way it works. I also see Grimmy is over here, as well as Rob Works and the lovely Mary B. She's everywhere. Everywhere! She's just so damn awesome. She's got to be everywhere, and she spreads herself so darn thin that, you know, we love her anyway, don't you know? Let me see. I'm going to go and look over here on Sock Puppets in the corner pocket. And it doesn't look like there's a whole hell of a lot of anything going on over there. Saw PJ earlier. He tried to befriend a duck, and the duck said, well, we all know what ducks say, and it rhymes with duck. So he shot it. Excuse me. Here we go. See? If I'm going to get to giggling too much, that's probably what's going to happen, is I'll get to hacking, wheezing, coughing, sneezing. Okay. Oh, and Rob Works fires up that bubbler so I can have a good healthy cough and get all the evil spirits out of my system. There you go. Okay, over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give me shit. Because, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when I'm on the radio, is stack it on me, because I'll stack it right back at you. Because I do not have the proper permits to be able to store that stuff. So, you know, and I'm not going to go through all that paperwork with the EPA, because then they will know that I'm a dispenser, and, well, you know, that paperwork is just crazy. So I'm not going to go there. So, come on over to the RLM chat, and I will interact with you over here, possibly, maybe, if I'm paying attention. Or not. Okay, right up top, I see Asmo, my missionary man. How you doing, sweetheart? I'm sure you're sleeping, because I think you're a graveyard shifter. I've done that a time or two myself. Actually did it when I was a rent-a-cop. That was an experience. We were not allowed to have guns, mainly because 6 months before I got hired on, there were a couple of idiots that started playing with their guns, and, you know, they should have kept the bullet in their pocket like Barney Fife, because they shot each other. One in the foot, the other in the leg. So, yeah, I do know how to run one of those tools, but have not had the occasion to actually use it with intent. Let's put it that way, shall we? I also see Barman is here. Hey there, darling. You're just the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world, at least according to me. I see the lovely Beth Z is over here, as well as Cowboy Tech. I hope you're hearing pleasant voices this evening, darling. And looky there, Grimner is here, who is the creator of RLM and the brains behind a lot of things going on between RLM and FN. So be sure to check out both those sites, because that is where all kinds of interesting things get shared. And yeah, you want to spout off, you want to speak your mind, go for it. You just got to remember that speaking your mind is a double-edged sword, because every time you espouse your opinion, someone else will espouse theirs as well. And there may be a little bit of an opinion battle going on, so it'll be a cybernetic rock'em sock'em robot. Just be prepared for that. Deal with what comes back at you when you open your pie hole or get to being all keyboard commando. Just putting that out there. I also see the lovely Moose Girl is logged in, but I haven't seen her chitty-chatting. No, you don't need a gun on graveyard shift, really. And not... Yeah, they are already dead, Grim. Well, and where I worked, it was at a... power plant. So basically my job, because I was down in Siberia, that's what we called it. I was in the isolation zone, which was the old highway to Denver. And so you wouldn't believe how many people would come there and they would go, excuse me, but isn't this the road to Denver? And then I would have to tell them where to go. I've gotten quite good at that, don't you know? It was actually quite fun. I had a lot of fun doing that job. Really wasn't an awful lot of work. Open the gate, close the gate, open the gate, close the gate. No big deal. Every once in a while, let people use my porta potty. You know, as long as you don't make a mess in there, I don't give a shit. You just leave your shit in there, okay? Thank you very much. Please be kind. Moose Girl, yeah. Kate, I see the lovely Kate is here, as well as Trust No One. Yeah. You know, you should only trust yourself, and that's only 50-50. Because I'm really starting to believe, which is kind of scary, because especially what I'm getting ready to say. Don't believe everything you think. Because sometimes your thinking just might not be right. Like it might be impaired. I have that occasionally. I know that shocks you. I also see Beetle is here. Hey there, Beetle. How you doing? Saw that pic earlier today. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot of perusing on that site, but just kind of going by some of the comments in the chat. Hun, were you getting wood, feeling the stone? I'm just curious. Oh, if you weren't in the chat, you're probably not going to really get that one, but yeah, I was a little on the busy side, but just a little, not too bad. I also see Chalcedony is here. Hey there, sweetheart, how you doing? And looky there, got a double dip in a Chloe going on. She's over in that Kentucky area, and which is close to Tennessee, like right by Tennessee, right beside, right below, right above. I'm not. Let me get my bearings right. In any case, they got some nasty-ass fires going on in Tennessee. And, yeah, sending supportive energy to those peeps. Bless your hearts. That's very, very devastating to see all that stuff going on. I know, rascal, you poor Kiki. My kitty cat's helping again. Looky there, got double dipping an IB Don C as well. We got him working. And, well, the working one is away, which is a good thing. And the regular IB Don C. So, hey there to both of you. And Java Doctor 2 is in the house. As well as Juana Taco. You know what? Last night, I had a sopapilla dinner. I know that sounds really kind of kinkified and weird, but oh, it was very good. It was very good. It's a young lady that's doing the truck out here, and oh my goodness, she is an awesome cook. Lobotomy only takes a few minutes. Depends on who you're lobotomizing. Oh, la 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 bamba. Lobotomized Vinny. Is that what was going on? Did Vinny get lobotomized? Excuse me. Okay, I'm picking on you, Vin. Hope you know that, 'cause, well, you're such a nose sometimes. Moving along. What? Must have been speed debriefing? Who got debriefed? Is that... I've seen that. I've seen that happen before. It's usually the bullies that do that to the little nerdy guy. Or the wedgie. Yeah, you get that wedgie thing going on, too. Moving along here. Meisterbrow, how you doing, sweetheart? As well as the awesome Rob Works, who got that bubbler fired up early. Thank you ever so much, darling, for getting that going. And Vinny, who I've been picking on because, well, he's so pickable. He's kind of like a seat when you go to the movie. Got to pick the best one. Colfax 101 is here, as well as Frumpy. Hey, Frumpy, how you doing, hon? I'm here, kinda, sorta, maybe, almost. Okay, one of the tires was low when you checked them. Oh, well, hon, the hell were you doing? You weren't doing that whole sucking on the valve stem thing again, were you? Oh, Vinny. Shame on you, hon. Don't you know that stuff's not good for you? Silly man. I had to tell him a couple weeks ago to quit chasing the damn cars just so he could sniff the exhaust fumes, and now he's going around sucking all the air out of my tires on my rocket chair. What? Kane West has been released from the hospital after spending 9 days at UCLA Medical Center. And so, BFD. Thanks, Grim. Honey, it's kind of hard to lobotomize someone that doesn't have anything to lobotomize. I'm just going to put that out there. For the universe to go, wow, did she really say it? Yeah, I did. Okay, where was I at? Jehovah! Holy Jehovah! Yes, I said that. As well as Kozu. Hey there, Kozu. How you doing, sweetie? And looky there, the lovely Mary B. from Down Under. As well as, Bot is over here. And RLM 27179 to round out the crew. But I just saw that Anil just popped in. Hey there, sweetheart. Thank you ever so much for tagging me in that link over there on Facebook. I really do appreciate that. I try to be a spreader of fairy dust. Sometimes it's got a little bit of a brown tinge to it. Vinotomy. What should we ought to do to you, Vinny? Viniotomy? You know that's rather difficult, excuse me, to say, don't you? Oh, got to restart your browser? Okay, sweetheart. Vroom, 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 vroom. Rainbow Warrior, zoom, zoom. Okay, let me see. I got one more thing to check real quick here. Okay. You know, I don't have a freaking clue what I'm going to talk about tonight. I had all kinds of ideas earlier today, but every damn one of them has left me alone and abandoned here on the radio. Yeah. Other than, you know, my intro song, that Grand Delusion by Styx, yeah. Whew, welcome to, you know, that is one of those things when I first started playing it in my head before I even put it in to be my warm-up and make sure levels were okay and all that fun shit. The words were going through my head because, well, you know, high school days, I remember those. And vaguely, but I do. In any case, the stage is set, the heart starts pounding. You know, and it's like, oh my Lord, that is so me before I go on the radio. Because as it gets closer and closer and closer to time, I actually do kind of sort of break out in a sweat. It's just between my toes, but I do. I get to be a real nervous Nelly before I go live. I don't know why. It's just one of them there things. Hi, Ignacio. How you doing, sweetheart? I see you over here on Facebook. And Patricia. That's a lovely name, Patricia. Let me see what Patricia had to say. She said, it was a little, they were taking a vote off over on Facebook, wanting to know which one was the greater inventor and had the best mind. This is like, no duh. It was between Edison and Tesla. And it's like, really? Really? No brainer. No brainer. Even Kanye, however you pronounce that, that's kind of like LaDasha, you know, the lovely gal that couldn't figure out why nobody could figure out how to pronounce her name because it's L-A hyphen and then A. And it's supposed to be pronounced LaDash. Yeah, even she probably would have gotten that one right. Hi, Drew. I see you. I'm getting poked over here on Facebook. What's the deal with the Facebook pokes? I've always wondered that. Why do people poke you? Why do they do a cyber poke? Is that because they can't get it up to do it in the real world, or what the heck? I'm just curious, because I get poked all the time, and I'm going to start getting cybernetic bruises if this shit keeps up. Let me see here. I'm checking out over here on Adam, Atomic Punk. See what they got in the news stream over here. I did throw a few things into my pocket earlier today, but you know, I was popping in and out all over the place today, and so never long enough to really get to stay anywhere. And so I think I'll just go to my pocket and see what I got going on in there. Because I know I threw a whole bunch of shit in there. Oh, yeah. I got to do this one because I think it's so frickin' funny. And, you know, it would be so nice if there was stuff going on in the world that didn't have anything to do with politics at all. But seeing as how there's an awful lot of politicking going on, I think I'm going to go with this one because I think it's the politics of Fakey Book, and I find it extremely amusing. This is from RT.com. Facebook mistakenly deleted Mark Zuckerberg's fake news posts. Oopsie, don't you know you're only supposed to delete everyone else's, not his, because his opinion is the only one that matters over there. And yet, have you ever, wow, I'm looking at this picture of him right now, and I'm looking at his hands, and he's got little Gerber baby hands. Have you noticed that? I mean, he's got little short fat fingers. I'm just going to leave that at that. Okay? Because I think we all know. If we don't, I don't think I need to explain it to you right now. I might in 10 minutes, but for right now, no. It seems that not even Fakey Book's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, can evade the powers of his own social network censors after a number of his posts were temporarily deleted, including his remark on the impact of fake news on the U.S. election. You know, they're calling it fake news because they have absolutely nothing else to battle all of the information that's coming out right now. All of these people are going, oh, dude, seriously? No, we've got facts here. We've got actual evidence to prove what total butt munchies you are. And yet, oh no, that's fake. Faker, bellyacre. Vinny, you are nuts. Okay, I'm reading in the chat here. What? Must have pissed off that God fella? Who's that God fella? Oh, old Kaboom? Yeah, Kaboom does have a tendency to smite and smote. And now there's all kind of smoke going on. So, I did see something, just real quick, I saw something in the chat about Julian Assange and the Supreme Court, or not Supreme Court, but some court ruled that, yes, he should be allowed to be released and yada, yada, yada. I don't know all the particulars of that, and quite frankly, I am to the point where if I don't actually see it with my own two eyes, live and in person, not on a frickin' video feed, but right there in front of me or within distance for me to be able to see it, I'm not going to necessarily believe it. I'm just to the point where it's all fake. You know? It's just some of it is faker than others, and some of it is more pleasing fakery. Maybe that's the attitude I'm just going to go with from now on. I don't know. Haven't decided if I really want to stick with that yet. Not sure if I really believe that thought process. But back to this old sucky burger thing. Sucky booger. He's a booger sucker. Oh, that's fun. Not for me, but for him maybe. Up to 10 of his posts were affected on Tuesday with a fake book spokesperson telling The Verge that his account had not been compromised. Oh, no. We didn't compromise his account, just like we don't compromise anyone else's account. We just go in there and we just go, oh no, we can't have that. So delete, because, you know, we know what's best for you. Sure you do. These posts were removed mistakenly, said the spokesperson. This was caused by an error in one of our systems, and the posts have now been restored. So have you restored everyone else's posts as well? Inquiring minds would like to know. Mark's account was not compromised, and he stands behind the words he posts. Well, you know what, honey? I sit behind the words I post because odds are if I'm posting something, I'm seated. But, you know, if I'm going to actually go through the effort of typing it, making sure I don't have any typos, or at least trying to make sure I don't have any typos, and then hitting enter, odds are at that moment that's exactly what I thought. Doesn't mean that I still think it, but at that moment in time, yeah, I did. And you know what? If you truly want to have people value your opinion, maybe you need to start valuing other people's opinions as well. Say it, Grizz. It's the sweetest toe jam. Yeah, but, hun, it's kind of seedy. Oh. Chloe, honey, why do you insist on doing that to all of those people? First, okay, are you ready for an F-bomb? Because here it comes. First, you say fuck Assange. Well, no, actually, you say fuck Trump, and then you say fuck Assange. And really, sweetheart, do you really want to have their nether regions come anywhere close to your nether regions? Just the thought of that makes me cringe, and it makes my butt pucker, and it makes my underwear go, no, we've just turned into a chastity belt. There is not going to be no drawer dropping going on around those pervies. And Demoness is here. Hello, Demoness. How are you doing? Demoness, huh? Is that... You're not shitlery, are you? Because if you are, I'm going to have fun with you. She's posting from the netherworld. Let's see. And bring Snowden home. And Demoness is now known as Demoness Jukesy. Hi, Jukesy. How you doing, darling? Are you adjusting the force there, Rob Works? Okay. Back to this thing. Apparently his first post was in reference to the site's issues with fake news after accusations emerged of misinformation spread on Facebook potentially being responsible for swinging the U.S. elections. Okay, it's U.S. elections, number one. You get to select between Dumb and Dumber, bigger pile of shit, and bigger pile of shit. And how do you have two bigger piles of shit? Well, they're a bigger pile of shit than I am. That's how you have two bigger piles of shit running against each other. Which one draws more flies? Apparently, Trumpelstiltskin drew more flies this time around. At least flies of a certain persuasion. The post on November the 12th, Sucky Booger said that the post that more than 99% of what people see is authentic on the site. Okay, yeah, because it's on the internet, therefore it must be true. The hoaxes that do exist are not limited to one partisan view. That is true. Or even to politics. That is also true. Overall, this makes it extremely unlikely that hoaxes change the outcome of this election in one direction or the other. Oh, you always forget me. That's okay, sweetheart, because, on Wednesdays, the only reason I remember is because someone goes, oh, hey, it's Wednesday, and I go, oh, shit, I got radio tonight. My remembery is about that long. Vinny, I don't want to know how I beat up Vinny. Oh, really? You beat up Vine. Who is that? I beat up Vine. You beat your Vine? Wow. I don't want to know. No need to apologize, sweetheart. Half the time I'm going around going, oh, holy shit, I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. Booyah! Soylent Green. It's great on Ritz crackers. Everything tastes great on a Ritz cracker. Pay no attention to that other nasty shit that's in there, though. Which reminds me, did you guys see all that stuff about, is it General Mills that has all the nasty stuff in their cereal? The stuff that when you purchase just that one single product, if you can find it, it says, if taken internally, please contact Poison Control immediately. Yeah. Oh, but it's in Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. Yeah. Pay no attention to those carcinogenic dyes in that shit, too. Wow. Funny how they're called dyes, isn't it? Just a different spelling. What's this? A smile is worth so much more than its true value. Oh, that is so true, Leah. Because, a smile can tell. It depends on if the eyes are involved in the smile or not. And then it also depends on if there is a very mischievous grin or mischievous glint in the eyes to go along with that smile. Because sometimes I'm smiling, and those that don't know me think, oh, look, she's smiling. And those that know me go, oh, my God, she's smiling. Run! So, just putting that out there. Okay, I'm bored with the Facebook thing, in case you haven't noticed. Oh, goodness. Vinny's out of bread? We got an inbred and an outbred. You guys are hilarious. Oh, goodness. So, if you fall off the counter, do you fall gucky side down inbred? Or do you not, or do you fall, yeah. Who eats cereal? I don't know. Yeah, General Mills cereals, please read the labels because that shit's nasty. Let me see if I can find it over here on Fakey Book. Because it was on the internet, so therefore it must be true. Don't you know? Let's see. What is trisodium phosphate? And what is it doing in thousands of consumer products, including kids' cereal? Wow, it's in Cheerios. Doesn't that make you feel, oh shit, no that doesn't. Because I like to make Cheerio bars. Although I use the cheapy brand, I use either the Walmart brand or the store brand of Cheerios, but now I'm going to have to look on that thing and see if, ew. Did you know that trisodium phosphate, also known as TSP, is an additive, oh, and get this, flavor enhancer found in thousands of frozen and processed foods, including processed meat, processed cheese, commercial bakes and goods, canned foods. It's in the nutritional supplements and even kids' cereal. Yummy. Doesn't that just make you feel? And you thought fluoride was the worst thing you had to worry about. Trisodium phosphate is found in other consumer products, including toothpaste, baby toothpaste, shampoos, mouthwash, cosmetics, hair coloring, and bleaching agents, which is why I'm ever so glad that I make an awful lot of my own of that stuff anymore. So I know what I'm putting in there and what I'm putting on my body and putting into my system. When I look at the Material Safety Data Sheets, or MSDS, to learn more about TSP, I realize that it's used to be an ingredient inside industrial cleaners. Yay! Let's see, that was until EPA and OSHA found it too toxic for employees. So, it's too toxic for employees to be able to including it in industrial cleaners. But it's okay to put it in your Cheerios, or put it in your toothpaste, or put it in your shampoo, or your mouthwash, or your canned goods, or all kinds of other things that either go on your body or in your body. Amazingly, trisodium phosphate, currently used as an industrial paint thinner. Yeah, I can feel the paint peeling in my guts right now. It's used inside children's breakfast cereal in stores like Trader Joe's. Trisodium phosphate is an inorganic salt commonly used by construction workers and developers. But most parents who buy breakfast cereals for their kids don't expect to find TSP as an ingredient in cereals of stores like Trader Joe's that offer people a higher quality of food. So they say. A concerned mother writes that she contacted General Mills to find out what TSP is doing inside her kids' cereal, and here is what the General had to say. TSP is used as a buffer to adjust the acidic nature of the cereal dough. In home cleaning products, TSP is used in large quantities. In our food products, we use very small amounts. Theoretically, any food-grade base could be used. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, ammonium phosphate, etc., etc., etc. At General Mills, we have found that TSP works best in our particular products and has been approved as safe for use in the body by the Food and Drug Administration. These are the same people that tell you that you cannot go around claiming that, say, essential oils might actually help with certain conditions because, then it would be considered a drug, which would come under their purview. But obviously, a food already comes under their purview. And, so essential oils, you can't tell anybody that, this particular oil, that will help with that particular condition, because then you will be practicing medicine without a license. And the AMA will also come after your ass. Natural vitamins. if you purport that they are going to be helpful or more beneficial than Centrum or a lot of the other ones that you buy at the grocery store, well, then you are, once again, practicing medicine without a license, and the FDA has not approved them as helping with or to be used to treat certain ailments or diseases of the body. So, basically, it's, who performs better under a desk? Those are the ones that we're going to allow into your food supply. Those that will further our agenda, those are the ones that we will allow into your food supply. Yummy. Obviously, there is a limit on how much poison can be tested on human beings, since TSP is known to be hazardous to human health. Although FDA claims that smaller levels of TSP isn't hazardous to humans' health, other agencies have reported that TSP as a hazardous substance and have linked TSP to carcinogenic neurotoxicity, abdominal burning, and reproductive failures. Oh, great! Let's sterilize the population. Sterilize. Yeah, where does that from? Actually, I can think of a couple of places where that little bit was from. The Clean Water Act has now taken steps to limit the use of TSP in cleaning products because it damages the environment. But it's okay to have it in your Lucky Charms because they're magically delicious because they added TSP. Yeah. Although TSP has not been proven to be toxic to human health because no agency has invested enough time and money to research it any further, because if they researched it any further, then they would have proof, documented proof of just exactly what it does. And they don't want to have that documented proof because then people will be up in arms and they will stop buying those things. And we can't have you doing that. It's just like they really haven't done the proper testing on, natural vitamins or essential oils or a lot of those things. Why? Because then there would be documented proof that those things are actually better for you, more beneficial for you than what Big Pharma is trying to push down you. Yeah, and we can't have that documented proof because then we lose money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Wow, it's also shown to be severely irritating to the gastric mucosa. Well, isn't that just pleasant? Excessive TSP is also known to lead to kidney toxicity, calcium deficiency, and osteoporosis and imbalances of minerals in the bones. FDA safely limit of TSP is about 70 micrograms per day. However, with TSP being used in thousands of consumer products, an average American is exposed to more than 500 mg of TSP a day. Oh, but with just this one thing here and with just this one thing here, they do have a lovely list here. Common cereals that have trisodium phosphate as an ingredient. Trader Joe's O's, Mom's Best Cereals, Cheerios, General Mills, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Golden Grahams, Honeycomb, Lucky Charms, Wheat Square Cereal, Trix, Cocoa Puffs, Triple Berry Toasted, Wheat Chex, Cookie Crisp, Party Mix, Tastios. What the hell are Tastios? Never heard of those. Reese's Puffs. Those are just nasty. Just saying. Heart healthy cereal. Oh, it's heart healthy, but it'll kill every other organ inside your body. But it's heart healthy. Kix. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You said Cinnamon Toast Crunch already. Fruit Loops. Honey Nut Toasted Oats, Oatmeal Crisp Cereal, Nestle Nesquik Cereal. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Cookie Crisp Cereal, Magic Stars Cereal, Nestle Oats and More Raisin, Quaker and Kellogg's Corn Pops. Yum. Wow. I don't know about the rest of you, but I just think that just sounds so ick. Oh, Demon Atrax, you just chow down on that, hon. Num, 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 num. Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. What is that, Grammy? Penis that can be seen from space appears on a golf course. Ooh. Rob Works, you're going to avoid anything in a box? Okay, I'll remember that. I'll tell your girlfriend that. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. Oh, okay. I do have to admit, I do like my Cheerios, but not anymore. And I make absolutely amazing peanut butter Cheerio bars, but not anymore. I also make really, really yummy oatmeal craisin bars and amaranth flour bars. Because I don't, you can make cookies, just a little round cookies, but what fun are those? I just take my cookie sheet and I just spread the dough out. And then just before everything is done, then I go along and I cut little squares. Because squares are just, I don't know, the guys at work like them better that way. So they're a little bit thicker, a little bit chewier. And yum. And I do get my flour from a mill that's about 70 miles from here. Amish people own the mill. So, oh, and apparently Demon Atrax also eats toilet paper. A little bit low on fiber there, hon. Is that what that is? I just scrolled up to get caught up. Wow. I got to check this out. Thank you, Grim, for that penis that can be seen from space. Am I going to read that and just go, oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, let me open that link, and then I'll go ahead and share that lovely, ever so lovely, this is just yummy. Oh, they have the highest level of glyphosate? Shit. Thanks for that, I beat up Vine. Oh, you don't want anything from a box in the grocery store. Well, I get that, hon. I do understand that. You know me. You know how my mind works, so you know where it went. Okay, let me get this shared over there. Because I know you guys, somebody shared the Food Babe one. But let me put this here, too. Damn it. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make my own Cheerio kind of thing. Hi-ho, Cheerio! Although they're not going to be little Cheerios, because I don't want to have to find me a little bitty donut cutter that small. And what do you do with all the little Cheerio holes? Do you do them like donut holes, or is that how you get Kix cereal? Is you take the donut hole and you poof it up and... Hey, that's... Wow. My mind went there. Like, good Lord. Nobody else would think of that kind of shit. Seriously? Okay. Get this shared over here on the effin' site. Gary L. is the one that shared that link over there on Fakeybook. Thank you ever so much, Gary L., for posting that on the post that I put on Fakebook. Wow. I took the pillow off of my computer chair because I needed to sit up a little bit because, well, you don't need to know all the particulars, but now it feels like my computer chair ain't got no padding. Because I don't have that much padding on my rump roast neither. Dang it. Hi, Kozu. You're tabbed? Kozu is tabbed. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, da, 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 da. Okay, I'm done looking at that shit. So, now I gotta go. Oh, holy God. Wow, I just refreshed my Facebook. Man, oh, Jesus. There's women that have frickin' talons for toenails, and it's like, what the hell? How do you... I have trouble walking in regular shoes, and my shoes fit, and I still trip over my toes. I can't imagine having frickin' 3-inch long talons on my toenails. I mean, number one, when like when the coffee table jumps out at you in the middle of the night, fuck me running, that would hurt. I'm not going to, because no. Just the mental image should be enough for you guys. I'm not going to even try and share that one. I beat up Vine is now known as you beat up Vinny. Ah, well, I like the I beat up Vine better, because then my mind went somewhere else. Be back in just a bit, Vinny. Where you going? Okay. I'm going to go check out this penis. Okay, this is on metro.co.uk. One of their fake news sites. Pay no attention to this. This is just digital artists, digital graphic artists going absolutely nuts, because everything that on Google Earth is digital graphic artists just having fun with you, don't you? They're just fucking with you. Okay, people are confused about this ancient fertility symbol. Or, in plain speak, it's a giant cock and balls. With another faint outline next to it. So, were they having a duel? Oh, apparently the first one didn't turn out quite so well. Or maybe that's oh, I know. One is a beneath view and the other one is a side view. Kind of like when they're doing your mug shots for the cops. They got to get the profile and then they got to get the full. Moving along. The shape is so large that it can be seen from space. Showing up on satellite images of a golf course. Well, I wonder if maybe the Jolly Green Giant just kind of had a nap there and, maybe he kind of peed a little in his sleep and then it did the outline thing. And moving along, staff realized it was there when someone spotted it on Google Earth, and since then have been wondering how it appeared there. I'm thinking it's like crop circles, only this is crotch circular things. The prevalent theory is not that it was a mysterious alien crop circle. No, wait a minute. I just put that theory out there and now you're blowing it out of the water. I said blowing it. But that somebody got in to vandalize the Boundary Lakes golf course in Hampshire. I've been to Hampshire. I actually have. We think someone used a spade to dig it out, said Sean Hall, head golf professional. He's the head golf professional at the Hilton. Woo! When we were made aware of it, we decided the best way to correct it without ruining the grass was to wait for it to grow out on its own. Apparently they think it's all been sorted now. Really? Okay, Demonatrax, honey, don't you remember, what was that, Porkies? Yeah, Porkies were the oh good God, that big old Bull Dyke girls PE teacher said, I want you to make all the boys drop their drawers and I'll be able to pick it out in a lineup. Yeah. Don't you remember that scene where he had it stuck through the hole in the girl's shower? Now I'm going to have to watch that movie again. Oh, I wonder if it's on Netflix. Oh. Cock circles is called going all helicopter, 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 helicopter. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thanks for that, Grim. That is actually really quite interesting. I'm going to wait and watch the grass grow. This is one of the few times where I will actually sit there and I'm going to watch the grass grow. It's just about as exciting as son of a sea biscuit. I did a copy and paste of the wrong thing. I hate when that happens. Okay, let me back up and punt. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if you put that over on the effing site, Grim, but that's where I'm putting it. I'm going to stick it over there. Wow. This is one of the few times I'll actually be able to say that. Oh, no, and I got the dreaded 403 forbidden. Oh, too funny. Too funny. Okay. Yes, I have notifications. Hi, Bobby. How you doing, sweetheart? How's things in your world? Okay. Oh, I see Nanson de Bois is over here in Crush and Run as well, in the corner pocket. How about I just put that in the corner pocket? Oh, Kazoo is going to look at that and he's going to go, what the fuck? What is she up to? Oh, my God. Yeah, Kazoo, I'm on the radio and I'm sharing sick and wrong things. Okay? Because that's what I do. Because people share them with me and therefore I must pass it along. Okay. Let me put this on Facebook, too, because it's just, man, I saw them damn toenail claws, and it's like, ew. Ack. Oi. Where's it at? There it is. Okay. Now that I've shared it. Oh, goodness. Anything fun going on over here on that effing site? I'm sure there is. Let me see. Okay, UK ruling to free WikiLeaks Assange to stand after British appeal rejected. That's what I knew. I saw it somewhere. It's over here on this effing site. I'm just going to scroll a little bit here. Hi, Agent X. A non-UK radio is live, or it was live, 2 hours and 45 minutes ago. Okay, I'll just refresh this. So, what y'all doing? I know it's a forbidden cock circle, unless you're going helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. And then it's, oh, and Bo Diddy! Hi, Bo Diddy! Honey, that's only if somebody's going to skull fuck you to death. I think that's how it gets to be a skull and bones thing. Yes, I said that out loud. Hi, deplorable catty scat brat. My brother, one of my older brothers, used to say that all the time. I'm going to gouge your eyeballs out and skull fuck you to death. And it's like, oh, really? Thank you. Ooh, I feel special. Not. That was always pretty much his threat du jour. So, okay, let me come back over here. And then I'm going to go to my pocket. Because I know I have a couple other things in there. Did you know that hippos can be quite cranky at times? I did not. Well, I knew that they could be cranky, and I saw somewhere on the internet a couple years ago, which I know it must be true because it was on the internet. That I know what it was. It wasn't on the internet. It was in a movie. Which movie was that? Had Matthew McConaughey in it. I'll think of it eventually. In any case, did you know on truckyaa.jalopnik.com, Hippo attacks truck, driver has only reaction that makes any sense, which, let's find out, shall we? I knew hippos were quite dangerous, and I knew that they would tip boats. But you're supposed to keep a chocolate bar with you, because if you throw apparently they like chocolate, and if you throw chocolate to the hippo gods, they'll leave you alone, which that works on so many levels. You know, if you have bonbons. I'll just leave that there and let you guys come to your own conclusions, okay? So, we've seen some unpleasant stories about road rage recently, but it's worth remembering that humans aren't the only offenders here. Plenty of other mammals can be real assholes on the road, like this hippo, who's basically 300 pounds of lane-hogging asshole, as in hippo assholio. That must be a particular genus of hippo. Look what this even-toed, ungulated jerk does with the guy's Ford Ranger, which, okay, it's a Ford. There's a video here which you need to. I didn't watch it because I just saw, damn, Hippo went crazy and thought it would work for tonight. Apparently, damn Hippo, the driver of the truck, is a welding inspector named Wikas Sirani. And here's what he had to say about the encounter with a leathery-skinned animal that weighs more than his car. I was crossing the bridge from Kruger National Park when I noticed a hippo on the bridge. There were people walking around in the nearby vicinity, so I automatically assumed this hippo was used to humans. I was quite fascinated by this, so I took out my phone to start filming. Suddenly, apparently the hippo decided, if you're going to film me, I'm going to give you a photo op from hell. Because suddenly the hippo turned and just started charging. I braced myself as I realized he wasn't going to stop. He hit the bakey head on, which I'm assuming is his truck, and then tried biting it. I guess after that he decided he had won because he just turned around and left. This was terrifying for me because I realized I had nowhere to go and no time to do it in. Beside me was a 50-meter drop, so had he hit me on the side, I have no doubt the car would have rolled down the embankment. Even though there was damage done to the bonnet of my vehicle and the door couldn't open, I'm grateful there were no serious injuries at the end of the day. I think repeating the word shit is about the most appropriate response you can have to a hippo attacking your car. Oh, and this is the author's little thing here. Before anyone bitches about the vertical-oriented video, just remember this guy was getting charged by a hippo, not remaking Citizen Kane, so you'll live. And I'm going to have to watch that video later, just because it's like, when's the next time I'm going to have a hippo encounter outside of a zoo? I'm thinking the odds are pretty good that it's not going to happen. Wiggins Sarami. Oh. Oh, goodness. Yeah, chocolate works on hippos of all species. I don't know what his supervisor's name is, but that sounds like a pretty good one there. I had to have a drink of coffee. Yes, I am drinking coffee this late in the day. Because, yeah, I'm going to be up knitting for a while when I get done here. Just saying. I got this project to finish and 2 more knitting projects, and then I've got a few other things I've got to make prior to Christmas celebrations. Not necessarily that I'm all that much into Christmas, but you know what? If I'm going to do Christmas, I'm going to frickin' make Christmas. And if they don't appreciate what I make for Christmas, which, by the way, both of my girls have special requested, Mom, would you please make some more? That can be my Christmas present. So, see, I'm even getting requests already. It's a good thing. But I've decided I'm not going to do all of that commercialized shit. Because I just, it's supposed to be about the thought that counts. And if you actually go to the effort of making something for someone, then obviously you have an awful lot of thought or intent involved in that. So, I mean, even if you make a brown paper bag with shit in it, it was the thought that counted, quite literally. So, okay, moving along here. I'm going to get this hippo thing shared real quick, because that is like, okay. And okay, I'll just put it over here as well, because I actually got this one from Adam, as an ATOM over here on the Crush and Run thing. So, holy crap. Hi, Darwin. Damn, that was loud. What'd I do, hon? Darwin commented on the penis seen from space over on Facebook, and he said, sometimes I just don't know about you. And I'm ratting you out, Grim. Okay. Oh, back to my pocket I go. Wow, too funny. Too funny. So what kind of smart-ass thingies you got? Oh, the vid is less than a minute? Okay. Well, I don't think it takes much more than a minute for you to shit your pants, though, when you got a hippo coming at you. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. My youngest daughter shared this the other day. And I just have to go here because I thought, wow, this just looks like entirely too much fun. Because, for years and years and years, I have had pretty much one standard curse. I mean, I have a few others, but I have pretty much one standard curse that I use, when people really, really, really piss me off. And that's, may the bleeding piles possess you and corns adorn your feet. May crabs as big as coconuts perch on your balls to eat. And when you're old and weary and a syphilitic wreck, may your spine fall through your asshole and break your fucking neck. Now, see, that is usually one that I reserve to for people in politics. So, if you wish to use it, go right ahead. I said it so you can share it. If you think it's a little bit too much, well, whanny, whanny, woo-woo. But my daughter shared this the other day. She's a child after my own heart. Well, she's fruit of my loins. So you got to know. She's trouble. This is from 22words.com. Here are some little curses that you can put on people to drive them insane. There are just some people that make you consider learning how to make voodoo dolls. And if you know what I mean. So, they might not be doing anything criminal other than being criminally annoying, as in Captain Assholios, which is when you want to fight fire with fire. At least that's the thought behind these evil masterminds on Reddit who shared those tiny little curses that you could put on someone that would slowly drive them insane in the membrane. Kind of like Vinny. You can always curse them to always forget one thing at home when they leave the house, but have them realize it 10 minutes after leaving. That's not a curse, that's a natural occurrence for me. You can curse them to have the batteries in their smoke detectors always be low. Not dead, just low, so that every 5 minutes or so, there's that one beep in the background that gradually drives them crazy. That would be annoying. It really would be. Curse them with every time they say something the person that they're talking to can't hear the first time, so they have to repeat what they said. So Pete and repeat, we're sitting on a bench, and guess what? Hey, huh? Curse them with the inability to sneeze. That would suck. Have you ever had one of those days where you had a sneeze, you could feel that tickle up in your sinuses, and you just knew you had to sneeze? You could feel it working its way, just, and I've found what works, really well for me is looking at a really bright light, like either looking directly at the sun, which is probably what's wrong with me, or looking at a fluorescent light or something like that, because for some reason that irritates the sinuses and makes the sneeze either go away or come out a lot quicker. But man, can you imagine living the rest of your life with that weird ass, I'm gonna, just a minute, no, it went away. No, wait, here, I'm gonna, no, it went away. God, that would suck. That would totally suck. That would be a curse that would drive me nuts. Yes, I heard that ding-a-ling. Hi, Bob. Hi, Linda. Oh, and Nancy, too. Hi, Nancy. Oh, goodness. Okay, where was I at? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, number 5. Every time they go through a stoplight, whether it's driving, taking the bus, or crossing the road, the light always turns red. So they get a ticket. Because, cha-ching, don't you know? Number 6. Having a door always slowly open all the way, no matter how many times you shut it. Now, see, some people might think I got spooks, which I have spooks in my house, but that's okay. They're friendly spooks, because I don't tolerate anything else, and my dogs will bite them. It'll be a metaphysical bite, but my dogs will bite them. They bark at them, at least. Okay, every inbox always has one unread message in it that they can't get rid of. Now, see, that wouldn't really be a curse for me, because you have no idea how many unread messages I have in my inbox right now. I have no idea how many I have right now. Number 8, the sound is always off by a second. Every time they watch TV. That would be like watching an old Godzilla movie. It would actually be, it would be fun for a while. Just for a while, though. Because I get to I'll watch something on YouTube, and, if you're actually watching it and listening to it, and then the sound starts getting off with the way it's like you either watch their lips move, or you listen to them. But you can't do both. Because it's a mind fuck. It really is. Makes me nuts. Number 9, one sock is always turned just enough to be slightly uncomfortable. no matter how many times they adjust it. Now, this one was my youngest daughter. Every morning before school, I swear to God, it would take her 20 minutes just getting her socks right. I'm not kidding. It really would. And then she would wind up throwing her shoe across the room and screaming and pouting because the damn sock wasn't right. Ugh! Number 10, no matter how hard they try, no matter where they go, the water to the shower, bath, or kitchen sink will never get hotter than kind of warm. That would work in the summertime for me because I really don't want that hot of a shower in the summertime, but in the wintertime, no, that would not work for me. I would get cranky, I think. Number 11, every time they try to grab something without looking, it's 3 inches away from where they thought it was. Okay, being a short person, that is always the case with me, so that's not really a curse. That's just a natural occurrence with being a short person. Number 12, a 1-second delay on all sound they hear, including conversations. Once again, that would make me nuts after a while. Initially, it would be like I would be in an old Godzilla movie. But after a while, it would get really old. And I'd have to stop. I'd have to close my eyes and just not look at people. It's just all there is to it. Number 13, they would constantly hallucinate red squiggly lines under correctly spelled words while they type. That would be a just fuck it moment for me. I know that already because my spelling sucks. So I would just say just fuck it and move along. Number 14, a constant itch in their toenails or crumbs in their bed that cannot be removed. Okay, I have 2 cats. And I have kitty litter. And there are occasionally times when I don't know how they do it, with the kitty litter being 4 rooms away or a level away, because I have a litter pan downstairs and then I have one upstairs, but it's 4 rooms away. How they can get kitty litter on my bed. But they do. They do. They're overachievers like that. I'm not sure which one it is either, but by God, they better cut that shit out. And that itch in the toenails, that would be awkward. Yes, it would. Number 15, never being able to get rid of the popcorn shells stuck in their gums. That would make me crazy. Most definitely. Have I tried blowing? I'm checking the chat over here. Tried blowing my nose. You know what? That doesn't ever work for me, Robworks. Demonatrix, you have no idea. I see your comment over there. Moving along. Number 16, every shopping cart they grab has a wobbly wheel. Duh, don't they all? Anyway, I don't think I've ever grabbed a shopping cart. Has someone already cursed me? I don't think I've ever grabbed a shopping cart that didn't have a wobbly wheel. A Riri wheel, as I like to call them. Number 17, their socks are always just a tiny bit damp. You know what would be just as well, kids these days, you know how they are. My granddaughter laughs at me now because I still mate my socks. Don't go sick and pervy on me here. I match them up. I do that. Kids don't do that anymore. They wear funky socks. They don't even wear the same style. I mean, she wears an anklet and, one of them little tennis socks and then a knee sock. And it's like, what? Do you really intentionally go out in public looking like a Riri? Sure, Grammy. It's the style. Alrighty then. It's no wonder I stepped off the fashion train. Number 18. Every time they try to talk or try to walk around a corner at night, they or through a doorway, they walk into a spider web. That would be ninja time for me. 'Cause, yeah, I go all ninja every time I walk through one of them bad boys. And I'm sure the spider is going, what the fuck? Shit, what did I ever do to you? Jeez, I just built my house, and then you just had to go tear it up. Don't build it in my path. That's all I got to say. Number 19, every time they type a password or a PIN in, they get it wrong the first 2 times. So, I think you just need to have your password be incorrect. That way your password will always be incorrect. I know that really wasn't very witty, but what the hell. And number 20, making one chair leg always slightly smaller than the other. Okay, I have learned to Afro engineer, and I can fix that shit. And if nothing else, I lean back in the chair, and odds are fall over. Which makes everyone else laugh. So what the hell? As long as I don't bonk my head, it's all good. Number 21. The car in front of them always comes to a complete stop before turning on a green arrow. I know people that do that. Number 22, every chair they sit in will feel as though they've leaned back too far. My work chair is like that, which is why I never lean back in my work chair. Number 23, they're only able to urinate when their bladder is full, but can only pee 50% of it. Oh. That would not be good on a long road trip. Number 24. You have an invisible, undying gang of 5 to 10 mosquitoes following them around everywhere. They don't bite, they just buzz around the ears incessantly. Now that would be torture. And every time someone says, really, what difference can one person have? How much power can one individual wield? Stop and think about one mosquito buzzing by your ear while you're laying in bed at night. How messed up is that shit? So see, if a little bitty skeeter can mess with you, just imagine what you can do. Number 25, their gas tank is always on a random side of the car. That would suck. Always having to go looking for the damn... Oy. It took me several times to remember where my gas tank was when I got my car. Oops. Oh, I was driving my old Dodge, and that was on the back. Okay, number 26. Every download, streaming video, GIF, or image never actually fully loads. 10% of it is missing every time. That would be a fuck it moment. Just fuck it. I'm not doing that shit anymore. That's all there is to it. Number 27. On every staircase they climb, one step is 1/8 inch higher than the rest. Have you ever walked on any of those, either down or up, and that re-jolt that you do? I'm sure everyone else, and they probably have a security camera pointed right at that stairway so that they can watch every person that has that re-jolt every time they have that one step. Number 28, the feeling of a sharp pebble on a soft part of their foot, but when they take their shoe off, there is nothing there. That's because it's in your sock. Or it's in the insole of your shoe. Number 29, a 0.5 second delay on all their touch screen devices. Throw it away. That's what I'd do. Throw it away. I'm done. I want it now. Don't you know? Number 30, every time they close their eyes to go to sleep, they hear someone calling their name. And the voice is in their head. So earplugs don't help. Okay, I have that all the time. I'm always talking to myself. It's always just as I'm really, really sleepy, just ready to nod off, and I go, okay, lights out, alarm is set, roll over on my side, scrunch up the pillow, just get comfortable. Cat just gets comfortable on my hip, and then my brain starts talking to me. You ever had that happen? Number 31. They can only wear lace-up shoes, but the laces never stay tied for more than 10 steps. Well, wow, that's cold. I wouldn't do that to anyone. Number 32. Every 20,000 blinks, their vision is flipped upside down and then adjusted to normal after their next blink. At this rate, it happens approximately once per day. Wow. That would actually be kind of freaky-deaky cool for a while, don't you think? It's like, wait a minute, let me check that out upside down. How many blinks have I had already? Okay, I'll blink a few more times. Oh, wow, that's cool. Number 33. Whenever eating, they get the sensation of a single strand of hair in their mouth. Oh, that's just gross. That's gross. Number 34. Every time they say something smart or funny, only one person hears it. He or she will repeat it and take all the credit. Yeah, been around people that do that. Number 35, no matter which way they flip their USB plug, it will never fit in the port. You know, that really sounds like a personal problem to me. Just saying. And finally, the last page. Whee! Number 36. 3 to 4 times a day, they get an itch right in the middle of their back, in that place that's really hard to reach and makes you look like an idiot when you do. Actually, when I get one of those itches, I look like Baloo the bear from the Jungle Book, because I'll go find me a doorway or something, and I start scratching like a mad fiend. Number 37, the word is always on the tip of their tongue. And see, I've actually stuck my tongue out and looked in the mirror to see if I can read the word, and that doesn't work. Just so you know, in case you ever thought of trying that. Number 38, everything is always too hot or too cold. They can never find a good temperature for anything. It's called the Goldilocks syndrome. Number 39. Every time they try to open a can, the tab breaks off before they get it open, which is why you always carry a screwdriver or something like that around. And finally, number 40. They will miss every train, bus, plane, and cab by 30 seconds, just late enough to watch it leave without them. Wow, that would suck. Which is why I have my own car. So there you go. I'm going to back this all the way up to the beginning. There we go. And share this so that y'all can actually look at the pictures, because there are pictures with this as well. Okay, what's this? Son accused of killing dismembering parents during Thanksgiving visit. Ew! Holy crap! Okay, I'm catching up on the... Dylan won't meet with Obama. Well, I don't want to meet with him either. I think he's skanky. Oh, Demon Atrax, I didn't realize that's what happens when you don't do the stovetop stuffing. Okay. Well, I don't do stovetop stuffing, so guess I won't be inviting any crazy son-in-law or sons, or I don't have any sons. I have son-in-laws. That's just a wee bit concerning now, because one of my son-in-laws can. Okay, let's just move right along, shall we? Okay. Oh yeah, we'll do the Egyptian froggy thing for the little emoticon here. Yes, I see some notifications over here on Effin. I have replies. Supplies, you have replies. Yes. Hi, Estrella. How are you doing, sweetheart? Ah. Why, thank you for those shares, Estrella. I truly do appreciate it. Okay, back to, you know what? I think I'm going to go, let me see. God, dandruff, some of it itches. I'm never over here when the duck goes flying. Oh, well. Let's see. Pretty sure gun hand is... What? Let me see this. Yeah. That's true. Okay. I'm going to go to the pig real quick, because I want to see what the heck is going on or what happened this date in history. I've gotten quite addicted to that stuff. Uh-oh, Hambo's putting a piggish spin on Christmas. Y'all need to come over and check out the front page. And the word of the day is twittering idiot, which that's a phrase of the day, is it not, Hambo? It's a Hamboism. It's a terror of technology twerps whose conversational skills have developed to 140 character bursts of mindless, synapses-killing drivel. Yeah? In their quotable quotes section, democracy means that anyone can grow up to be president, and anyone who doesn't grow up can be vice president. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, pretty much. That was Johnny Carson. The question of today is a question for celebs who keep promising to leave. What will it take to make you get the fuck out? I don't know, Hambo, but maybe they're going to turn Gitmo into a fancy schmancy resort now, and instead of closing it, and since Castro is gone, you know, that evil dictator, unlike what we have, but maybe they'll all go and they'll live there now, and they'll live happily ever after. Because they've spent an awful lot of money at Gitmo. You know, put in soccer fields and tennis courts and all this other fun shit. They don't really provide meals, but they do all of this other fun shit because, well, you know, it's in the budget, and if you don't use it, you lose it. That is the government mentality. Okay, this date in history, November the 30th, 1954. Old Kaboom's target practice pays dividends when he flings an 8-pound meteorite and nails Sylacauga, Alabama woman named Liz Hodges. Wow, ouch. That definitely left a mark, I'm sure. This date in history, November the 30th, 1988, UN General Assembly votes 151-2 to censor Uncle Sam for denying Arafat a visa. Punishment includes holding breath until they turn blue, or issuing a sternly worded memo. So, a Smurf memo. Wow. I think Uncle Sam learned his lesson. And finally, this date in history, November the 30th, 2012. E.T. says, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille." NASA's Curiosity rover continues to make small discoveries as the organization works to discredit rumors of evidence of life on Mars. Excuse me. I don't know about that life on Mars or not. Wow, that was a really big swallow. Ow. Who fixed Fox News? Oh. Well, Ivy Dauncey, you are an overachiever. That's all there is to it, hon. Fixin' Fox News? Now it is most definitely faux news. Faker, faker, belly acre. Let me go look in my pocket. I don't remember if I have this one in there or not, about the gentleman that decided to turn him or put himself on fire because Trump. Really? I don't think I have it. Some guy decided to turn himself into a crispy critter because of Trump. And he was so mad at Trump, and he wanted to teach him an abject lesson. And I'm sure Trump learned his lesson. That, if he just continues being Trump, people that are perpetually and terminally butthurt will eventually turn themselves into a marshmallow at a weenie roast. The ones that fall off the stick. Cold and cruel, probably, but you know what? Dumbass, really? Oh, I know where I put it. I know, I've got it. I know I do. Let's see here. I put it on my bitch page over on Fakey Book. And I even had people that liked it. Okay. Liberal lunatic sets himself on fire to protest Trumpelstiltskin. That's the headline. It's from downtrend.com, which it really, really, really is sad that people will go to those kind of extremes to lash out at someone else. I mean, seriously? Who got hurt out of this deal again? With the election of Trumpelstiltskin, the liberals have shown themselves to be unreasonable and downright crazy. The reaction from the left has been everything from petty to insane. But no one took it to this lunacy, or took this lunacy to these extremes like an Ohio man. What the hell's with Ohio lately? Oh! Hey, Grim, I hadn't thought of that. Grimmy says that maybe he'll start a trend. Everyone that voted for the loser sets themselves on fire. So does that pretty much say anyone that voted? Loser, loser. P. Bunyan. Hi, PB. How you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're not too exhausted, hon. Okay, something makes government web surveillance easier. When you actually stop and think about it and think about the massive amount of information that's out there on the web and being generated every second of every day, really, that doesn't scare me. And once again, I know I've said it before, so here we go, saying it again. Whoever fucked up bad enough to have to watch my internet activities, they're probably begging for a post at Antarctica right about now. I'm sure. Okay, to get back to this, this is to protest Trump's election, and the distraught liberal actually set himself on fire. So take that, Donald Trump! Apparently, the Akron Beacon Journal reports that over the weekend, a man in a Marine Corps uniform, claiming to be a veteran, had an existential breakdown over Trumpelstiltskin beating Shitlery in the presidential selection. The unidentified 69-year-old man walked into a coffee shop in Akron on Saturday morning. Though there had been an anti-Trump protest in the city, the man who hates Trump so much missed it and asked patrons if they knew about any other anti-Trump protests, because I just don't feel right if I can't be amongst other people, because I can't do this by myself. Apparently, nobody in the shop was aware of such a protest, so the man ripped into them loudly and vulgarly about the need to protest the president-elect. Okay, protest. Knock yourself out. If you had that burning desire. When the staff of the coffee shop asked the belligerent man to please calm down, he threatened them. I have a fucking gun. Well, I didn't know guns could do that. I didn't know guns were a bob in an unusual shape. But apparently he says, I have a fucking gun, you SOB, and I'm not afraid to use it. Well, alrighty. Got a pistol in your pocket? Is that how that works? No one was sure if the man actually had a gun, but he was terrifying enough that people quickly moved away from him. The man exited the coffee shop and went to protest Donald Trump in his own way because of that burning desire. Dozer, get off that kitchen. My damn cat, get off that table, young lady. Ah. She knows better, and yet she did. She got on my table. Little shit. Okay, back to this. Nothing like having to reprimand my cat. Okay, where was I at? Okay, around the corner, the man stopped another man and handed him his phone, asking him to take a photo because, quite obviously, this was a photo op for him. The crazy anti-Trump man then retrieved a gas canister from his car and doused himself. He then proceeded to set himself on fire. The other man took his coat and tried to beat out the flames. Excuse me. Soon other people ran up with fire extinguishers and put the burning man out. You know, Burning Man I thought was a thing they did in Utah, not Ohio. Witnesses say that he was curled up in the fetal position with his clothing burned almost completely off. Paramedics arrived and took him to hospital with severe burns. The Akron Beacon Journal was not sure if the man survived the self-immolation, but I found another report from KRON that indicates he is still alive. When Dangleberry was elected and then re-elected, I can't say that I was thrilled, which I know I wasn't. But somehow I managed to get on with my life. This liberal hissy fit over Trump's selection, is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. And even if you are a complete idiot and believe the media doomsaying about the impending Trump presidency, the worst possible way to get through the next 4 to 8 years is to burn off all your skin. But that'll show Trump. The worst thing Trump is going to do, from a leftist standpoint, is offer their liberal sensibilities or offend their liberal sensibilities by enforcing our existing immigration laws and creating jobs by rolling back Dangleberry's silly regulations. Oh, silly wabbit. Do you not know once a regulation is out there, even if it's got a sunset clause on it, they ignore those sunset clauses. Did you know that? They'll just, like 20 years later, someone will go, you do realize there's a sunset clause on that thing, and that actually expired 20 years ago. And someone from the government will go, oh, no, really? Well, we probably ought to do something about that. Ooh, by the way, thanks for paying all of those fees and fines those 20 years when it really was not supposed to be enforced anymore. Oops. The horror of safety and prosperity will be a lot easier for liberals to deal with if there aren't any in the ICU getting skin grafts. Oh, really? Safety and prosperity. Like Trumpelstiltskin is going to wave his magical Trumpelstiltskin wand and make that happen. Okay. He goes on to say, I will give this guy credit. He's got more balls, well, maybe not now, than any of the big-talking Hollywood celebrities who said that they were leaving the country if Trump was elected. While the rich and famous chickened out, this guy showed he is committed to the insane as fuck liberal idealism, which, yeah, that is an insane as fuck thing to do. And really, all of those Hollywood celebrities, they are so used to having yes people surrounding them. You know, oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, I just loved you in this movie. Oh, I just thought you're amazing. It was the directing that was bad. Your acting was just awesome. You know, those kind of people that are always around them. So when they actually spout their opinion, which I'm spouting mine as well, I don't expect anyone else to actually listen to my opinion, take it to heart, and go, I'm going to do things because she said so. So, you know, okay, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not in Horleywood or Howleywood, however you wish to pronounce that. But really, people, get over yourselves. Not everybody wants to behave like you. Not everybody thinks that you're E.F. Hutton, and as soon as you open your pie hole, they're going to stop and listen and hang on every single word. They just aren't. Yes, Mary B., it is nice not to see that Ugmo all over the place. Okay. Now I got to get caught up here. Get her done. What are you getting done? Okay. I got to check this out. What? How much easier could it be? Rule 41 makes... Okay, that. Compassion runs rampant. Yes, Chloe, compassion does run rampant. And, you know, I have compassion for people that are deserving of compassion, but some moron that is having a mental midget moment, a thong knotter moment, a knicker knotting moment, a butthurt moment, and decides in order to, I'm going to show you, and so they do something stupid like this guy that sets himself on fire. Honey, he's not showing anybody but himself. And he really is. I mean, there might be a few other people that will suffer, like family members, but he will be the one doing the vast majority of suffering. And everyone else will look at him and think, oh, my Lord. Yeah, Grammy, I know. I know. And like Rob Work says, and they all suck. Which they do. Oh, thanks, Grimmy. I'm an RLM celebrity. Well, you know what? I'm not going to, if something doesn't go my way, I'm not going to stand there and go, I'm going to move. Really? Because you know what? If something doesn't go my way, I come home and I close the door on the world. And I just ignore their sorry ass. So, you know, until I feel better or pull that thong knot out of my ass or whatever, and then I go out and I deal with the world again. But I'm not much into turning myself into a crispy critter prior to the expiration of the warranty on this meat suit. You know? Now, once I leave the building, you know, once I no longer reside in this meat suit, that is my wish, to have a funeral pyre and just throw me up there and, yeah, let it go. Let her burn! And depending on which direction the wind is, sorry. Okay. I put that there. Let me put it over here on Fakeybook as well. Or not Fakeybook, on Effin site. Yes, I have another notification. Okay. Check out the corner pocket real quick. Uh-oh. Hi, Phantom Link 29. What else is going on over here? Killer Queen. Oh, Sock Puppet, really? Oh my goodness. Okay. And we got a fart knuckle over here. Alrighty. That's You guys are nuts. Okay. Check out my effing site. Okay. Let me share this link over here. Dang, I only have 10 minutes. Jeez, this night has flown by. And I don't remember if I shared this over here or not the other day, so I'm just going to go ahead and share it again. Just 'cause it's like, wow. People, seriously? Oi. Okay. Back to my pocket I go. Now, let's finish this off with something just equally asinine. Shall we? Although this won't take long because really, seriously, it's politics and we're talking about the Democrats here. Once again, selecting San Fran Nan Piglosi, the Botox biatch, to be the minority leader. This is from SputnikNews.com. U.S. Congresswoman, use that term loosely, San Fran Nan has been re-selected as Democratic leader of the U.S. House of Representatives. Pelosi, who represents the state of California in the U.S. Congress, served as the Speaker of the House of Representatives from 2007 till 2011, becoming the first female speaker in U.S. history. Yeah, she's the one that says we have to pass it before we can read it. Really, how many contracts do you sign, woman, without reading them? Oh, wait. You just sign the ones that make someone else liable for all of the damages and all of the expense. Yeah, those are the ones that you sign without reading. Anything that you might incur some kind of damage or expense from, you read every frickin' comma. Yeah, bitch. She's occupied a senior position in the House. Wow. Ew. Yeah. Since 2002, and currently serves as the Democratic leader in the U.S. House of Representatives for the 113th Congress. I think we've had entirely too many Congresses. Yeah. Because none of them, and the more Congresses we have, the less they actually do, and the more money they want to be paid. It just doesn't make any frickin' sense. And yet, we let it continue. What the hell, people? Yes, Rob Works, there is a warranty on the meat suit. It's just that nobody really knows for sure what's covered. Or the expiration date. So, kind of sucks. Oh, Chloe, sweetheart, I don't give a shit if you're a demon crappy or a Republican. I think it's a bowl of shit looking in the mirror at itself. That's what the two-party system is. Either one of them. Neither one is going to do a damn thing for any of us. And we really need to stop worshiping at their altar. We really do. And I don't think the Libertarian Party is going to do anything, because I really honestly believe that in order for any kind of political party, now stop and think about that for a minute, a political party, which means somebody's having a party and it's on somebody else's dime. Guess whose dime it's on? Any political party, once it starts gaining any kind of momentum, is going to be subverted. It's going to be infiltrated. It's going to be taken over. Oh, sure, they're going to have their lovely little catchphrases. But no. They're all, every damn one of them, a shit sandwich. Some are soggier than others. Some are the Hershey squirts, whereas some of them are just filled with little shit balls. But they are all shit sandwiches. Every damn one of them. So, nah. Just, I lose my patience with any of them anymore. So, instead of losing my patience like what I just did, yeah, it works really well for me to stop losing my patience, because I haven't done that yet. I would just as soon not pay any attention to them whatsoever. Because, even negative attention is still paying attention, and sometimes brats will go out of their way in their brattiness just so you will pay some kind of attention to them. So ignore their sorry asses. Start living your life as if you control your decisions, as if you control what goes on around you. Sure, you gotta deal with other people, and you don't have total control over what goes on around you, because you also have to deal with other people trying to control what goes on around them. But still, stop relying on someone else to make every fucking decision for you. That's your job. Make your own decisions, and then live with the repercussions of those decisions. Or reap the rewards, however that works out. Or even if it just winds up being a bleh kind of thing. Deal with it yourself. Accept the responsibility. God, I am so tired of this person's going to save us, that person's going to save us. And you know what? I've got just a couple minutes here. And this is from Reason.com. And it talks about the two-party system is a shambling zombie. I'm not going to have time to get through the whole damn thing. But it starts off with it's like the dialogue from the 1968 pop culture classic Night of the Living Dead, which sums up the condition of America's two venerable political parties. Like zombies, demon crappies and rebloodlicans brainlessly plod along, barely hanging on their organizers of choice in our campaign and governance politics. Impotent shells of their former selves, they spawn no committed partisans, with the upcoming millennial demographic seeking more than just two choices, declaring independence from a one-size-fits-all politics. The parties, on your dime, are two old oak trees, providing some shade, but rotting at the core. And I truly think anything that develops into a political party that becomes a groupthink has already started rotting at the core. Once groupthink sets in, rotting sets in. Period. That's my personal opinion. I don't know, and I really don't care if anybody else agrees with me, because it's my opinion. So, oh well, you know what? I am just about, holy crap, 2 minutes left. So, y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on this Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLM.radio.xyz site, the RLM radio or internet radio station, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel, and later on the RLM Radio Sound or SoundCloud Radio. So thank you everybody for listening in. I will be back on a Freaker Friday, kicking off the evening festivities. But before that, at noon Central Time, which is Cosmos time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, will be Vinny. Is it still feedback, sweetheart? Here on Real Liberty Media. I'm not sure if he's got a guest or not this Friday, but be sure to check that out. Friday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, I will be back with the Grammys Rocket Chair and the Freaker